Hey guys, it's Thunder Splash, and in this episode we're going to be adding a health bar to our Unreal Engine character project. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing is we're going to right click, go to user interface, go to widget, and type in game over. Then double click. Next, we're going to go get a text block. We're going to drag it to the middle, anchor it to the middle, and then we're going to change the text to game over. After that, we're going to adjust the font just so it looks nice and pretty. Compile. Next, we'll right click, go to blueprint class, choose actor, and then we'll rename this to heal. Alright, so after that, we're going to double click on heal blueprint, and we're going to go to add component, look for box collision, and then we're going to look for cube. Now we'll go back to the box collision and we're going to resize it. After we've resized it, we're going to make sure we click on component begin overlap. Then we're going to add a variable and we're going to label it heal. Change it to a float. Hit compile. Next, we're going to look for apply damage. Then we're going to connect other actor to damaged actor. After that, we're going to grab heal and we're going to connect it to base damage. And for the heal variable, we're going to change to -10. Hit compile. Now we're going to duplicate this and we're going to label it damage. Double click. Now we're going to go to the variable heal and rename it damage. Hit compile. And then we're going to change the damage value to 10 and hit compile. After that, we're going to right click, go to user interface, and then click on widget blueprint. Now we're going to label it health bar. Double click on it. Now we're going to take the progress bar, put it towards the middle, anchor it towards the middle. And then we're going to adjust position X to 0, position Y to 0, size X to 300, and alignment to 0.5 on the X axis and 0.5 on the Y axis. After that, we're going to change the color. And then we're going to add a slider. For the slider, we're going to anchor it to the middle. We're going to change the position X to 0, position Y to 0, size X to 340, alignment to 0.5 for both X and Y. Next, we're going to go to style. Then we're going to go to tint, look at the section that says draw as, and we're going to change that to none. Next, we'll go to normal thumb image and we'll look for a logo. And we're going to change that to 40 on the X axis and 40 on the Y axis. as you can see, when the value changes from 0 to 100, the logo moves. As you can see, when we move the percentage up and down, it'll show the difference with the red. Go to viewport, and we're going to look for widget. We'll rename this to health bar, and then we'll drag it above the character just a little bit. After that, we're going to go to user interface, and we're going to change it from world to screen. And then for widget class, we're going to look for health bar. Pick compile, and then we're going to go to the event graph. Variable, and this one's going to be called health. We're going to change it to a float. Then we're going to add another variable called max health. This will be a float as well. And finally, another variable called temp. Hit compile. And then for health, it's going to be 100. Max health is going to be 100. And then we'll hit compile again. After that, we're going to click, type in any damage, grab the health, and we're going to grab max health as well. After that, we're going to be looking for a float minus a float, and we're going to attach damage to the bottom node. Next, we're going to be looking for clamp float. We're going to attach it to max health, and we're going to attach the float minus a float to the clamp as well. And then we're going to grab temp, we're going to set it, and we're going to connect it to event any damage. After that, we're going to look for do once and connect it to temp, and then we're going to grab the health bar widget, and we're going to look for get user widget class. After that, we're going to cast it to get health bar. And we're going to connect do once to cast to health bar. Next, we're going to be looking for a timeline, and we're going to connect it to play from beginning instead. We'll double click it, we'll add a float track, and now we're going to use two different keyframes. So the first one's going to be 0 for time, 0 for value. And the second one's going to be 0.5 for time and 1 for value. And then we'll also make sure that we click on the use last keyframe. After that, we'll click on as health bar, and we'll look for a progress bar. And then we'll click on as health bar again, and we'll look for a slider. After that, we'll grab the temp and drag it onto the blueprint. Hit compile. Then we'll drag the health onto the blueprint, and we'll connect it to the temp. Next, we'll go get the finished on timeline, and we'll connect it to health. And then we'll connect the branch to the health as well. After we've done that, we're going to be looking for a greater than or equals to, and we're going to connect it to the branch. And then we're going to look for simulate physics. We'll connect it to the branch if it's true, and we'll make sure the simulate is checked off. After that, we'll look for create widget, and we'll look for game over. Next, we'll go to the return value and look for add viewport. Then we'll add the delay, and we'll put about 4 seconds. And then we'll look for a quick game. After that, we'll get the health again, and we'll get temporary as well. Next, we'll add alert and connect A to health, and we'll connect B to temporary. And then we'll connect the alpha to new track 0. Once that's done, we'll look for normalize to range. And then we'll get the max health and connect it to range max. After that, we'll go to the progress bar and look for set percent. Then we'll connect the return value to in percent. Next, we'll go back to slider and we'll look for set value. Then we'll connect the set percent to set value, and we'll connect the in value to return value. Then we're going to get the set percent and make sure it's connected to the timeline. And then we'll get the do once, and we're going to connect it to the branch if it's false. Hit compile. Alright, so now we're going to go back to our third person character. And we're going to change the collision presets to rectal. Hit compile. After that, we just need to drag out the damage block onto our game and the healing block as well. Hit play. And there you go. When you touch the damage box, your character loses health. And when you touch the health box, your character obviously gains health. And when your character's health is below 0, game over. Alright guys, if you like these type of videos, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.